Shalom, Kol Haloyim, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rachakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Yeah, I want to jump right into it. I got 2 videos that I want to show. So let's watch this, and we'll get the other one as well right after. And then we'll grab some precepts and talk about it.
We have some very serious and horrific news right now about the Chicago ICE raid on a residential apartment building earlier this week that not many people are talking about. We're learning more gruesome details in this moment. Ebony Sweets Watson, who's a neighbor of the apartment building, lives right across the street, says it looked like hundreds of agents were outside of her front door. She saw agents dragging residents across the ground, including children, out of the building without any clothes on and into U-Haul vans. Kids were actively separated from their mother. She said it was heartbreaking to watch because even if you're not a mother, seeing kids, quote, coming out butt naked and taken from their mothers, it was horrible. She went in to help one of the residents in the building, and she was shocked by what she saw. There was stuff everywhere. Birth certificates and paperwork was thrown all over. Water was leaking into the hallway. ICE ransacked a residential building, dragged children out into U-Haul vans in Chicago, and no one is talking about it. Spread the word because people need to know. Follow along for all the news you need to know about.
So very much straightforward. No need for me to break that down. I'm going to watch or show a second video potentially explaining why this happened. So let's check this one out. It's a little bit longer, a little lengthy, but I want to get through all of it.
You guys are all right, no bells, no whistles. You need to save this video and get the word out before it gets taken down. So this evening I have news out of AILA, A-I-L-A. This is the American Immigration Lawyers Association. They have confirmed through reputable sources that as of tomorrow, which is Friday, October 3rd, 2025, ICE is going to start a new operation that targets unaccompanied children, minors, in an operation they are calling, quote, Freaky Friday. What this does is, like I said, it targets unaccompanied children. These children are ages 14 and older right now. There is a goal further down the line, once this operation is up and running smoothly, that this is going to encompass children ages 10 and older. Here's what happens. The unaccompanied child is detained by ICE, and then they are released, but they are released under a threat. And what that threat is that they need to waive their TVPRA. What is TVPRA? TVPRA is the process outlined in the Trafficking Victims Protection Reauthorization Act of 2008. And that allows any unaccompanied child to seek asylum in the United States without being placed in any sort of removal proceedings. They then must be placed under TVPRA in the custody of the Office of Resettlement when they enter the country, as opposed to being either turned around at the border or being detained by ICE. So ICE gets them, they detain them, they're releasing them, but then they're saying you have to waive your TVPRA. And if you don't, here's the threat. The child is given the threat, and this is all apparently in a letter they would receive. And the threat says that they would be indefinitely detained and immediately transferred to an ICE facility made for adults. So they either have to waive this TVPRA in their minds, or you have to go to jail forever, is basically how it will be presented. They are then, on top of that, being told that, okay, if you waive TVPRA, we will give you $2,500, $2,500 to return to your country of origin. Now think about that as well. Putting money like that on the table in front of an unaccompanied minor. I know when I was that young, $2,500 felt like riches, rags to riches, right? And then if they do not comply with any of these offers, they say, I'm not waiving my TVPRA, I am not taking your $2,500, I'm not passing go, I'm holding my ground. They then threaten the child, the unaccompanied minor, with the idea that their parents will be arrested. And that's where the name Freaky Friday comes into this operation. The idea is you comply with what we are telling you, waive your rights, take $2,500 and leave the country, or your parents get arrested. So if you know the storyline of Freaky Friday, it's the teenager and the mother, they swap bodies, right? So that's why they're calling it that. again, this is just, it's disgusting. I don't even have words to analyze it. I think if you follow me, you know exactly how I feel. I just desperately need this information to get out there. If I have updates, I will provide them. So please be sure to follow along.
Yeah, so there you have it, Operation Freaky Friday. Now, is that what we just witnessed concerning this residential apartment complex in Chicago? Maybe. It sounds like it. They snatched children up, butt naked, dragged them out of their apartment, and parents had to see this. Your own parents had to see it in their own apartment, where it's supposed to be a safe place, a peaceful place. You know who's there. You're in control. It's organized. It's your place. But parents saw their children getting snatched up. And apparently, according to this Freaky Friday operation, they said unaccompanied minors, whatever. Listen, at the end of the day, the government is saying, look, we have the ability to just kidnap children. That's what it is. Kidnap these children, 14 up, eventually 10 years of age and older, detain them, force them into saying, look, I waive my rights, and then just ship them off somewhere. And who knows what they're doing with them. That's basically what's going on now. And so it's starting with apartment complexes, right? And you can only imagine what the neighboring apartment complexes, the people living there are feeling and thinking. And then even in the next cities, because it's not going to stop there. Watch them come now into like schools. Next thing you know, ICE is going to be having big guns raiding schools now. They're going to be raiding your after school programs, wherever they know children are, and wherever it makes it easier for them because the parents aren't going to be there to put up a fight. Yeah, watch. Might even be your churches. Who knows? But Operation Freaky Friday is in effect. And then if you don't waive your rights, then they say, look, they threaten you with either being detained indefinitely, so just being locked up forever. You 14 years old. They talking about you're going to be locked up forever. Or you swap places with your parents. They get locked up or they get shipped off, and then you can go back. That's terrible. It's terrible. It's unjust. And the world is going to use the phrase unconstitutional. Whatever. But that's your cruel Lord. That's the man that y'all voted for. So, no need to really do any much talking. I'm just going to grab the basic precepts that we all know, because we told you that this time was coming, Jacob's trouble. This is Jeremiah 30, verses 6 and 7. It says, ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness? Alas, for that day is great. Another word for great is terrible. So that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he, referring to the elect member, shall be saved out of it. And that's why we make these videos, not only to be the watchman and warn you about these times, but also to give you the answer concerning how to be protected and safe during this time. And it's all coming down to your faith. You're not going to be delivered because you kept the laws better than the next individual. That's a beautiful thing, don't get me wrong. But it's coming down to your faith. Do you really believe that the Lord can keep you and your child safe during that time? We're stepping into some very, very uncomfortable times moving forward. This is deadly serious. I know a lot of people watching this video, other videos, elect members, have children. Your job is to remain faithful, anoint yourself, anoint your child, at least once a week, maybe a few days out of the week, but according to your spirit. Pray over them, pray with them, and then from there, you got to go to work, right? So your job is to remain faithful, knowing that you've done everything that you're supposed to do. You've prayed, you've anointed, continue to fast according to your spirit when you know you need to. And you leave off, go to work, you got to drop your child off at school, whatever. Know that they're going to be okay. Know that they're going to be okay. Don't go to bed trembling at night. Oh, what if it happens to us? I mean, listen, you never know. It could be your apartment complex next or in the next few months. We don't know where Esau is going to take it. All we know is that Jacob's trouble is coming and the times will get worse. Our job is just to remain faithful, knowing that the Lord is going to protect us and keep us safe during this time, and then eventually deliver us, Lord's will, from the complete destruction of Babylon the Great. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you." The devil referring to Esau, Edom, the man that's in control of the entire world right now. "For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." And that's currently what we see taking place right now. This man is coming down with great wrath. He's cruel, unjust, he doesn't care. That's what we're all witnessing. And because I said, let me throw both of these away. Because I mentioned that the times are going to get worse, I'm going to read this and then close out. 2 Ezra 16, verses 37 through 39. "Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack," meaning they're not slowing down. "As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son. With 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. Which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment." So those birth pains don't slack. "Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side." So just like those birth pains, they hit harder and they're more painful, the world is about to go through more pain. We're not supposed to marvel at the matter. Remember, the Most High is in control. He sees everything. He's the one permitting these things to happen. So you're not supposed to feel all sorry. I get it. We have love for our people, but the Lord is going to make sure that the elect are okay. And that's our concern in these end days right now. Praying for the elect and praying and hoping that we're a part of that number. That's it. That's our only job. This is the most important thing in life right now. Doing your best in the spirit to ensure your salvation, asking the Lord to increase your faith, and doing all things spiritual that you know you should be doing in these end days. Not to be in worry, because the times will get worse. We're living in deadly serious times. Jacob's trouble is upon us. It's right around the corner. So remain faithful, continue to be circumspect, and use wisdom, and stay spiritual in these end days. Don't act out of carnality and out of feelings, what you think. No, pray on everything first. So Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. Call Haloyim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.